Welcome back to another episode of Before You Summon, the show where I ask, is really a quagmire related to a crisis? This is aimed at the translation team. Before we start, I do have a small note I wanna make, as I am doing yet another gacha summoning stream. This time around we're summoning from the event to you, my caring companion, and the stream will be held on May 31st. I will be starting the stream in tandem with the event, so the stream will start at 15 or 3 PM Pacific Daytime, and for people over in Europe that is 22 Universal Time Zone. So come watch me waste all my gems again getting jack shit because my luck is absolutely awful, and maybe after the summons we can play a few live shows together. But once again, remember the date, May 31st, 3 PM Pacific Daytime and 22 Universal Time Zone. But with that, let's get into the next event. The next event is a Canary who sings in Crisis that will run from May 20th to May 29th and is a pure permanent event. The commissioned song for the event is called Choral and will be added to your mailbox on May 29th. Choral will only release with a Sekai version, sung by all of Wonderland Showtime and Wonderland Showtime Kaito. And Choral will not release with any alternative covers. The main story for the event sees Nene as the main character, with Rui, Wonderland Showtime Kaito, Tsukasa, and Emu as its supporting cast. And the story synopsis reads as follows. With the day of the performance to commemorate the Phoenix Stage 30th anniversary is slowly approaching, Nene continues to struggle trying to grasp and understand the timid Canary, the role that was given to her. However, during a rehearsal, the director points out that her problems lies with her singing rather than her acting. And the event is followed by the virtual show, and as always, for participating in the virtual show you get 300 crystals and a sticker. The sticker this time around being of Nene called This Song. And in the virtual shop, a new headpiece item will be added for 1,000 paid crystals or 3,000 virtual tokens, and this time it is in the form of a canary. The gacha running alongside this event is called Memories Swept Off on a Ripple and will run from May 20th to May 31st. This is a standard permanent gacha, meaning that all of the cards will enter the standard gacha pool once the event ends, and the 3 focus cards is as follows. The first character to get a card is Nene with the card Because I Am Not Good Enough.
だから、お願いします。
This is a Healer's Guild card, with the skill name being Turning Support into Strength. As always, Healer skills recover 350 life and give a 80% score bonus for 5 seconds at level 1. And she of course comes with a unique costume called Innocent Girl, and as always, Innocent Girl comes with both a unique accessory only wearable by Nene and a universal accessory wearable by everyone once they unlock the costume. The second card available is Rui with the card I'll always be here if you need someone to talk to.
It's showtime!
That is a perfect scorer's guild card, with the skill name being Doing What I Can rather than Feeling Regret. And perfect scorer skills will get a 110 score bonus for 5 seconds for perfects only at level 1. And Rui comes with a costume that is called Casual Boy that has a unique accessory only wearable by Rui and a universal accessory wearable by every boy who unlocks the costume. The final character is Kaito with the card Believe in the Power of Support.
僕にはなんとなくわかるよ。
That is a Perfect Locker skilled card with the skill name Celebrate with a special show. Perfect Locker will turn all bads and higher into perfects for 5.5 seconds and give a 80% score bonus for 5 seconds at level 1. And just like Nene and Rui, Kaito comes with a costume called Clarity Guide that has a unique accessory only wearable by Kaito and a universal accessory that everyone will be granted once they unlock the costume. And of course, we cannot forget the exchange shop cards, with Emu taking the 3-star slot with the card After the Dream, and this card is a Scorer's Guild card. This means that Tsukasa is taking the 2-star slot with the card One Solid Step at a Time. That is a Perfect Locker's Guild card. And of course, these cards will be unlocked with the event start, and they will be available in the exchange shop for the standard price. Moving over to the event building, of course the 3 gacha cards will grant a 70% bonus for this event, as they are the event focus cards. But as for alternatives with a 50% bonus, we have a pretty alright selection this time around. For our main girl Nene, you have 5 available options, including her 2-star from the event One Small Trip Before a Big Journey, her 3-star from the release celebration gacha, her 3-star from the Indie Singing City, or 2.5 anniversary as it's more commonly known, and a single permanent 4-star from the Mesmerized by Mermaids event, and finally, her happy birthday card from the first year. The same can be said for Emu, who also have 5 available cards with a 50% bonus, including her 1-star that released with the game's release, her 2-star from the event Curtain Call, her 3-star from this event in the exchange shop, and 2 permanent 4-stars with a small asterisk for one of them. The first one coming from the event Run Sport Festival, the executive committee is very busy, and the second one coming from Let's Have the Absolute Best Summer, which was a limited event, but Emu was released without a costume, meaning she's considered permanent, but she has only ever been rated up in limited rerun gachas. Rui also have 5 cards with a 50% bonus, including his release celebration gacha 2-star card, his 3-star card from the event On This Holy Night with This Singing Voice. He has another 3-star card from the event The Phoenix in the Distant Sky, and he has 2 4-stars, one being permanent and one being limited. The limited 4-star comes from the event at this festival Bathed in Twilight, which most people know as 2nd anniversary, while the permanent 4-star comes from the event Mesmerized by Mermaids. This leaves Tsukasa out of the main group, who only has 4 cards with a 50% bonus available, including his 2-star card from Sekai's Happy New Year, his 3-star card from the event Amidst a Dream Towards a Shining Star, and 2 4-star cards, one being limited and one being permanent. The limited card comes from the Scramble Fan Fiesta event that most people will refer to as 1st anniversary, and the permanent 4-star comes from the Tenma Household Hinamatsuri event. This leaves us with the Virtual Singer, and this is a unit-focused event, meaning that all virtual singers with the Wonderland Showtime tag in the pure attribute will give a 50% bonus, while all virtual singers with the Virtual Singer unit tag in the pure attribute will give a 40% bonus. This time around we have 2 available cards, both being of the permanent 4-star variety. The first one being the Miku from the event Run Sport Festival, the executive committee is very busy, and the other one being the Luca from the event Mesmerized by Mermaids. We are actually lacking a single card this time around. The 2-star Rin from the event Revival My Dream is not available, as that event was deleted from the global roster. We have 6 available cards in the 40% category this time around, including the 1-star Luca, the Happy Anniversary Meiko and Len from first year, the Miku and Luca from 2nd anniversary Colorful Festival, and the Happy Anniversary 2nd year for Rin. This roster at a first glance looks pretty okay. The virtual singers as usual is a problem, but there are a lot of 40% options to at least even out your roster, but we have a few asterisks to point out. As I already said, we are missing a 2-star card in the form of a Rin that was part of Revival My Dream that was removed from the global servers. The 2-star Emu, on the other hand, being part of Curtain Call, entered the standard gacha pool with the last event, One small trip before a big journey, meaning that if you did not summon last event and you did not play during curtain call, you will not have this emu. The Nene, of course, was part of one small trip before a big journey, meaning that she has definitely not entered the standard gacha pool, so if you forgot to pick her up during the event, you have no way to get her. The same can be said for the 3-star Tsukasa from the event Amidst a Dream Towards a Shining Star, the 3-star Rui from the event Towards the Phoenix at the Sky's Edge event, and the Nene from the In This Singing City event. Meaning that if you did not play during the January event Amidst a Dream Towards a Shining Star, the March event The Phoenix in the Distant Sky, or the March event In This Singing City, you have no way to get this Nene, Rui, or Tsukasa card. Nene and Rui for some reason do have quite old alternatives for their 3-star slot, but Tsukasa only have the 3-star from the event Amidst a Dream Towards the Shining Star, so if you did not play during this event, you're sadly out of luck on filling Tsukasa's slot with a 3-star card. And Ebu, of course, is a unique Asterisk as she is part of the current exchange shop, meaning that when the event starts, you should rush as quickly as possible to gather up the 15,000 tokens required and pick her up, as a 3-star card is extremely strong, especially at Mastery rank 5. So this roster is very weird, as you can see. There's a lot of cards we can't get because of different reasons, and the Virtual Singer is once again a very weak category if you don't have two very specific cards that doesn't even have costumes. Sure, they're old, so you might have sniped them, but that's not a guaranteed. But I will definitely not say that this card roster is good. I think it has too many pitfalls and too many cards missing for me to really say that this is a solid unit-focused roster. I just, as always, hope that everyone can at least build a team with a 240% event bonus, if not 250, and I wish everyone luck in putting together a team that feels at least solid. Especially you new players who might not have been playing during January, or you might not have played long enough to really pick up all of the 2 and 3-star cards needed to build a team. But let's move on to future usability of the gacha cards instead. Just like the last couple of events, we only have one of the 3 focus characters seeing use in a future event for now. This time around, it is Nene who will see use again, and she will see use during the event Best Picture Wrap. Best Picture Wrap is a limited event that will run from November 30th to December 8th. In the gacha is Nene, Akito, and Wonderland Showtime Len, with Anne and Toya as the exchange shop characters. This of course means that Nene is available during Best Picture Wrap as a 70% bonus card and a limited card at the same time, meaning that the Canary singing in Crisis Nene is slightly less valuable when it comes to a gameplay aspect. Rui and Kaito have not seen direct use on the Japanese server, as we have not had another Wonderland Showtime unit-focused event in the pure attribute, but Rui, Nene, and Kaito will all see use during the World Link event for Wonderland Showtime called Keep It Steady, Let's Aim for the Stars. Wonderland Showtime's World Link event will run from March 8th to March 20th, 2025. But this can be said about every single 4-star, 3-star, and 2-star card that is unit focused, since World Link event includes absolutely every card for said unit. But we can always hope that there will be a pure Wonderland Showtime event sometime in the near future, as they have not seen one since the Canary sings in Crisis. As for the exchange shop cards, the Emu will of course see use during this event, the Canary that sings in Crisis as a 50% character. I don't think I have to say much more about that fact. But Emu will also see use during the next event on the global server, To You, My Caring Companion. Seeing as this is the next event on the global server, I won't really go into a lot of details, as we will soon see an episode on this, but Emu is available in the gacha with a 70% bonus, and she is a limited character during this event. But I do want to point out that this is the first pure 3-star for Emu, so if you're not planning on summoning, or tiering for the event To You, My Caring Companion, I definitely think that Emu is mandatory as she is part of both this event and the next one. Scratch that, even if you are summoning from the To You, My Caring Companion, Emu is a mandatory card to pick up as soon as possible as she is very useful in the Canary Sings in Crisis, and To You, My Caring Companion even if you don't get the Emu from the gacha. And the 2-star Tsukasa will see used during a single event. He will see used during the event A Story Where You Are the Star that will run from November 22nd to November 28th. A Story Where You Are the Star is a Wonderland Showtime unit-focused permanent event in the Mysterious attribute with Tsukasa, Rui, and Meiko as the focus characters for the gacha and Emu and Nene in the exchange shop. This does mean that Tsukasa is available with a 70% bonus during the event A Story Where You Are the Star, which means that the 2-star card from A Canary Sings in Crisis does have lower gameplay value than if Tsukasa was a part of the exchange shop. Despite this, I think that you should pick up the Tsukasa as his character roster for Mysterious isn't the best, and also the 2-star is a lot of potential gem value. But there isn't much more to say about the future usability of the gacha cards or the exchange shop characters, and instead we can look to what limited costumes there are for Nene, Rui, and Kaito if you aren't sure you wanna summon from the Canary Sings in Crisis. As for new limited costumes for Nene, Kaito, and Rui, we actually have quite a small selection this time around. The first new costume we will see is Rui from the event Once in a Lifetime Pandemonium that will run from June 30th to July 9th. Pandemonium is a colorful festival and includes Kohane and Akito as the colorful festival cards, and Rui, Tsukasa, and Shizuku as the event cards. This is followed by Kaito, who is part of the 3rd anniversary colorful festival. Hello Good Day, as the event is called, includes Minori, Tsukasa, Kanade, and Ichika, but the colorful festival portion of the gacha that will run from September 30th to October 4th only includes Meiko and Kaito. This is then followed by Nene with her card from Best Picture Wrap that we've already spoken about. Best Picture Wrap will run from November 30th to December 8th and includes Nene, Akito, and Wonderland Showtime Len as the cards. And this is then capped off with Kaito's final limited card that we saw during the event Rise as One, that is also part of a colorful festival. Rise as One is the 3.5 anniversary and will run from March 30th to April 8th, 2025. The gacha includes Kaito, Akito, and Honami, with the colorful festival characters being Saki, Tsukasa, and Emu. As for reruns for these characters, we have quite a bit more sizable of a list, seeing Cyber Snipe with Emu, Nene, and Toya in mid-August, seeing the Darkness Fest gacha in mid-October that includes Shizuku, Rui, Mafuyu, and Akito. We will see a rerun of the Yearning for Spring, a Moment in the Night gacha in late November that of course includes Miku, Len, Luca, and Kaito as the focus characters. We will see a rerun of the Romantic Bride gacha in late December, which of course includes Rui, Toya, and Wonderland Showtime Len as the focus characters. In late January, we will see the second rerun of the Fluffy Dreamland gacha, of course including Nene, Emu, and the costume Rui. In February, we will see the first rerun of the Sweet Cute Valentine's gacha, including Ichika, Kanade, and Nene. In mid-March, we will see our last rerun at the moment for these characters, being the first rerun of the Imperial Soldiers gacha, including Toya, Rui, and Kaito. So this time around, you have a quite sizable option when it comes to rerunning gachas if you missed them the first time around or you weren't playing when they came out. lot, but you don't have that much of a choice when it comes to new limited cards for these characters. So that leaves the final question: should you summon from the memory swept off on a Ripple Gacha, and should you participate in the A Canary Singing in Crisis event? And the answer, as always, is yes. If you love these cards and these characters, you should definitely summon as long as you have the funds available. But to elaborate more on the answer, while it's as simple as if you want these cards you should summon them, there are a few stipulations we can point out. These cards have not seen any future use on the Japanese side, with only Nene seeing use during an event where she's available as a limited card. The selection of pure cards for Nene and Rui is actually quite dense, with 2 different 3 stars for both of them being available, but of course the Kaito on the other hand will fill a virtual singer slot that is quite barren at the moment. This puts the gacha in quite a weird predicament where one of the cards have a much higher value if another event comes out in the same attribute, but also it's a virtual singer in a unit tag, meaning that they're a much more niche and narrow pool. Either a mixed event have to have Wonderland Showtime Kaito in pure, or we have to see another unit event, and the unit event doesn't have that bad of a card building that I feel like this Kaito is quite that necessary. I also know a lot of people love these cards and have a fondness for how they look and their outfits, but I quite feel like this is another filler gacha where I don't really resonate with the cards as much as I maybe should. I kind of feel like who let Rui dress himself because he looks kinda like he picked out whatever he found first in his wardrobe. Though the Nene sun hat is super cute and the Kaito is decent, I guess. I think that I love a few more outfits for Kaito than I do this one. But of course, it's not me who is summoning, it's you, and that's why I wanna hear what you think about this card set and this event. Are you excited? Are you going to summon, or are you maybe going to tier? In the comments, please tell me, as I always read every single comment, if it is an inquiry, a question, or an opinion, and I enjoy all of them. While you're down there, leave a like, share this video with a friend, and make sure you're subscribed and ring the bell so you really get notifications when each and every event video comes out. As a final note, I really want to thank you all for getting to the end of the video. I sound absolutely awful as I'm still fighting off quite a nasty cold, and I think it is very audible in the audio when I'm talking. So it means a lot that you made it to the end of the video, even if I sound like a dying crow. But with that, I will not hold you any longer as I don't want to talk anymore. Let's get out of here for the week.